Well, here we are, end of January 2026. East Coast has been just absolutely slammed by a heavy snowstorm. Here in zone 6B, 7A, we got a ton of ice as well. You can just see my little Dawn redwood here. Everything is just covered in ice. This little bush over here, again, just in a nice layer of ice. And why I have you here today, guys, is to show you what's going on with my fig trees outdoors, and then with a giant surprise of what some of my fig cuttings are doing indoors. So let's go ahead and get started while we're out here in the snow and show you what's happening with my figs right here in zone 6B, 7A. So to get the full perspective, a fig tree desperately needs pruned. It's way overgrown. That will be a video for the springtime, taking cuttings from my hardwood cuttings of the tree here. But this fig tree, we had a very warm stretch in early January, and it actually started putting on buds, which is dangerous because that's way too early. We get frost here until middle to late April sometimes, and germinating or breaking dormancy so early is not a good thing. Now this right here, you can see some of the buds right here are starting to swell a little bit, and hopefully these buds are not dead, and I'll actually be able to take some cuttings from these here pretty soon. But yeah, so this tree was covered in just an absolute sheet of ice. It has now thawed out a little bit. We're still getting down to single degrees Fahrenheit for the whole rest of the week. So this is what figs should look like. Nice, dormant, all the leaves are off, and just getting ready for spring to kind of break dormancy and start growing. But I'm gonna take you back inside to the plant room and show you kind of what's happening with some of my fig cuttings, and little unexpected things are happening. So yeah, nice dormant fig tree, and let's see what they look like indoors. Back inside now to the nice warm and humid plant room, getting some nice sunlight. And if you can look out the window there is in fact the same fig that I just showed you. However, we are indoors. All the succulents and house plants keeping overwintered inside, doing fantastic. But let's look at this. Now this down here, this is a turkey fig. This is a cutting, a root sucker, I guess, or a root cutting or something. I was actually given this by a friend of mine I met. He's actually a fig farmer, and he just gave me a cutting. Past fall, it had like one little stick on it, a few leaves. Thought it was dead. Actually got a couple of frost. It started getting into November time frame. I kind of felt sorry for it, and I was like, man, it's probably not going to survive, so I better bring it inside. And within the last 2 weeks, it has gone from basically a dead stick like this, little stump, has put on some actually pretty healthy, nice growth on those leaves. Check it out. So the best thing I could do is I put it here next to the grow table. It gets this little ambient light from the grow lights, and it also gets a nice sunny, during the daytime, a little bit of light. It's the best I can do right now. It's in a giant pot, a lot of dirt, so I really can't move it under this table. It's not really feasible. But what I want to show you next, right here, this little guy. This I bought as a little, I think it was rooted, or maybe it was supposed to be rooted. It was basically a stick with a few little roots on it. I bought 2 of these cuttings. This is the violet, I believe, type of fig. Yeah, 2 of those, and they were actually in a different room altogether, and I just happened to water them, which I hadn't watered them all. They've been dormant, and I went to water other plants, I should say, and I noticed these had some leaves on them. And back here, this one's kind of crispy and browned up, because this was basically not watered since I brought it in. Another dead leaf right here on the side here to the left. So I started seeing some growth, so I added water, and lo and behold, here we go. Nice, healthy little shoot coming off right there. So that is a promising look for it. But yeah, some of it might actually be dead. I'm not sure if it's going to bud back out, but I'm just going to let it do what it's going to do. But this one here is doing a little bit better. it was in the same condition. It had started sprouting out. I didn't even notice it because it wasn't supposed to. I've done this before where I've overwintered some cuttings like this, and it was probably late February, early March before they got to this scenario right here. So you saw outside, it's about 6 degrees Fahrenheit. There's snow and ice everywhere. No chance it's gonna thaw out anytime soon. So I have some fig cuttings that are starting to grow, which, you know, maybe they're gonna get a great head start on the season and be able to, you know, maybe put it in the ground this year. I was gonna maybe keep them one more year in these pots and maybe up-pot them once, give them the best chance of survival, but here we are. We'll see what happens. So yeah, a little quick update here in January 2026. Some of the progress on the figs here, as you look at some of the other house plants in the background, some new succulents I've acquired over winter. Definitely be showing you guys some videos of that coming up soon. But for now, a little update on the figs. Hope you liked it. Stay warm wherever you're at. Hopefully this year is a great year for growing figs wherever you may be. So give this video a nice thumbs up. Think about subscribing if you liked it, and we'll see you next time here on the hillside.